Hey everyone, welcome back to another week of weekly pickups of your host, Polish Gaming. Now, I'd like to give a little bit of shout out this week to this was for my 40th on my birthday. I basically got this from a whole lot of tribe members, and my friends that we call us the tribe. Basically, all then got me a nice little T-shirt here, Snakes and Ladders, this from the company Crate. So, not really summer attire, but I thought I'd show it off for this video. It is quite a hot day today, but without further ado, we get into it this week. Now, first one on the list is from CX. Now, once again, we're going from Australia. This is the last pickups from Australia. So, first on the list here is Heavy Fire Shattered Spear. Now, this one was $27.69 on the dealer meter this week. It's a 2 out of 5. Reason for that is because it sits at $15.67. I can't say I've ever seen this game, so I thought, why not? I'll pick it up. I wasn't keen to buy it. I did see it on the first day that I was there, so I basically left it the last day and then got it. No manual in this one, so it obviously is a late kind of game. But yeah, happy to get that one. Like I say, I haven't seen that one in New Zealand, and I'm pretty stoked to get that one. Next one here is Happy Feet 2. Now, this is quite an interesting one here, $8.86, and it sits at a 3 out of 5 on the dealer meter because it sits at 14. Now, I'll show you the reason these next two. I got two of these. I don't know if you can see the reason why, but it basically comes with its variant. Nothing on the back is different. Just Happy Feet 2 in numericals and Happy Feet 2 in letters, and on the side as well. One's Peggy, which is a Europe version, and one is the Australian New Zealand version. So stoked to get both. I'll show you. I'll just have the one up on the picture here, but yeah, stoked to have both of those in the collection. So I thought I'd grab both of those as they are two different spine differences for variants. Now, next one here is Fusion Frenzy 2. Now, this one here was $4.43, and it sits at 4 out of 5 on the dealer meter because it sits at $17.89. This one has come up. Now, I had bought this before, but when I bought it, everything was mint manual, except the whole spine was literally like it had been water damaged and basically was ripping away. There was no spine. It was quite bad. So this is an upgrade for me. I didn't actually add it to the list because when I saw it, I just didn't even add it to my list. So this puts me up quite, this adds to my 360 total. But yeah, like I say, a bit of a hard one to find in New Zealand. When it comes up, it's like $20, and I'm not paying that. I was happy to pay that price. Next one here is, I didn't put this one on for some reason, but this one is Far Cry The Expedition. Now, this one I know that I paid $7 for, so I will probably equate that to around about $8. Oh, no, about $7.72. This one roundabout sits at $20, so this one would sit at about a 3 out of 5 on the dealer meter scale. This one here actually comes with absolutely everything. It comes with the Far Cry 2 disc, the Far Cry 3 disc, and all the DLCs. Now, these DLCs, I know that you won't be able to actually get these anymore, but it's cool to have the actual pamphlets that came with the DLC, so stoked to get that one. Next one here is Call of Warriors, the Cartel, or Juarez. I'm pretty sure it's Warriors. The Cartel. This has 3 sections. There's 3 games of this. I can't remember what I think. Call of Warriors, the Cartel, and I can't remember the third one. But yeah, this one is $4.43, and it sits at a 4 out of 5 on the dealer meter because it sits at $20.90. That I would kind of take with a grain of salt because I've seen that it's just this one. I never see come up. I always see the other two, but I just never see the other come up. Hence why I don't have this one. Grabbed it when I could. Now, next one here is Blade Storm, the 100-Year War. And that's a Koei Tecmo title, this one. So I'm guessing it's pretty much like Dynasty Warriors. This one here was $19.94. And on the dealer meter, sadly, sits at a 2 out of 5 because it sits at $17.59. Now, the reason why I grabbed this one anyway is because of the fact that over in New Zealand, I see this always coming up for around about $25 to $30, sometimes up to $40. So I just thought I'd grab it while it's there. Now, next one here is actually a whole big reason as to why I wanted to go over to Australia and go to CX. AFL Live 2. This one is a little bit of a harder one to find in New Zealand, more harder to find over in Europe and America and stuff like this. People are really screaming at the bit to get this from, because it's Australia and New Zealand variant. It's only available in Australia and New Zealand, so exclusive. And this one is $11.08, and it sits at a 3 out of 5 because it sits at $12.18. Now, the reason why it sits at I know it's just a little bit over and it really should sit at a 2.5 kind of thing, but it's the fact that it is still hard. If I showed this to a UK member, they'd be like, oh, I want it. It's that hard to get. Now, next one outside of Xbox 360, we go into Funky Barn, which is a Nintendo Wii U title here. Now, this one was $16.62 and sits at a 3 out of 5 because it is $21.17. Now, I already have this. And the reason why, and actually, yep, there it is. I can see it right there. I already have this one, and the reason for this is because, sadly, this one didn't work. And a little bit unfortunate, but I'm glad to have this one knocked off the list and get it back on, and that pretty much leaves me with, I believe, one more Wii U title. I think it's Just Dance 4, which is very cheap, basically, to get everything. No, and Tekken Tag, I think, just to get everything back up to normal, because You can't really re-skim these because they're Blu-rays. They just don't work. And the last one from CX here is Most Wanted Wii U. Now, this one here was $33.23, and it sits at a 2 out of 5, sadly, on the dealer meter because it's $28.66. Close to pretty much what it is. I would almost put this at a 3 out of 5 just for the sheer fact that in New Zealand, you're looking at around about $50 to $60 for this. The last one I saw go for on Dollar Reserve was $55. So wasn't paying that. Glad I got it for $30 Australian. Now, the next one here, we go over to a charity, well, not charity store, pretty much a dollar dealers in a sense in Australia, which is called Pennywise. I saw this in the front shout, as I was walking in. They didn't have much games, but they had this. Now, this one, I don't know if you know your rugby games, but this is probably one of the most sought after rugby games that you can buy. Rugby League Live 4. Now, this one, I paid $43.19, and it sits at a 5 out of 5 because it's $77.42. This one is not an easy one to get. When I saw people paying over $70 for this, I was like, well, what's the deal? Once again, an Australian New Zealand variant. You can only get it exclusive to Australia and New Zealand. It does actually. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think this is the one that was. All the other one, Rugby League Live 3 and all that, it did have. I think it did have it over in England. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on that. But this one's just a little bit harder to find. So happy to get that one off the list. Now, next one here is from let me have a look. Yeah, it's from Super Retro. So Super Retro in Robina Town Mall near Gold Coast. This one is basically a little bit overpriced in the games, but hey, some of the games I needed and they were close on pricing anyway. So here's my first one here. Now this one here is a Hello Kitty Cruises. This one's $76.42. It's a 2 out of 5, sadly, because it sits at $59.86. So it's not too bad, but I can't say I've seen this one come up, so I grabbed it as soon as possible. I was like, done. This knocks me down to my set. Like, I'm pretty sure I only need 31 for a full set of Wii U now, so that's pretty cool. And the next one here from Super Retro is Blazing Angels 2 Secret Missions of World War II. This one I paid $21.04 for. It's a 2 out of 5 on a dealer meter because it sits at $16.69, sadly. Yeah, just a little bit unfortunate with this one, but I've seen this one go. I constantly see this one come up on Trade Me for 35 and 30 and 35, so I'm like, I'll just grab it. Why not? It's there. Now wait for this one. This one is an amazing one. This one's it's a variant, and it's actually not a variant. It's actually considered part of the Xbox 360 set only up until recently have they added this. Now you normally have 1,201 Xbox 360 PAL titles. This one makes it 1,202. There's not too many people about this that know about this one, and this one is Disney Sing It High School Musical version. Now there is the Disney Sing It version, which includes Hannah Montana, and I think what's the other Miley Cyrus one? Oh, it's on the top of my head. Can't think of it. Can't think of it. I'm looking over my because I've got it on DS and I just can't think of it. Yep, it's out of my head. But yeah, anyway, this one basically here is the High School Musical version. Now, this was only up until recently discovered. America has this, and I'm probably looking at it from American going, well, this is quite common in America. That's right. It is not common in PAL. In fact, to the point that there's only about 4 or 5 people that know about this on the Xbox 360 collector side. Now, the amazing part about this, I got this for free. Free. It only had 1 cent on the markup there. It only had 1 cent on the price tag there. So I asked them, they said, oh, that's obviously a mistake. And I was expecting to charge me 10, 15. I was ready to pay 30 for it because I've never seen it before. But he gave it to me for free. So this sits at a very high value on a 5 out of 5 on a dealer meter because it doesn't actually, I can't find anything about this online except for the new American copy. There's been a lot of research into this on whether or not this game even exists in a sense, but it has its own achievement list, has its own spine difference. Everything about it is completely different. The Disney Sing It that I've got does have the Hannah Montana and I can't think of Miley Cyrus's name, but yeah. Anyway, very, very rare game. So I'm absolutely stoked to get this off the list because I was really considering it. It's a 1201 set, not a 1202 set. I wasn't thinking of this as a full set. So now I am happy to have it. Stoked. And then next one we got here is from Carrara Markets. Now, this was Carrara Markets down in Gold Coast, down in Broadlands. Broad Beach. I think it's Broad Beach, yeah. Down in Broad Beach. It's basically a really cool market. There's a guy in there that sells absolutely heaps of retro games. He has got the work. Some of it's a little bit overpriced, some of it's the right price, but there's some stuff in there. It's gems, absolute gems. Now, for the first one here is, and like I said, I went for every 360 title for this one, for these two, so $5. This one I got FIFA 07 Classics. I got for, hold on a second, where am I? I got that for $5.54, and that's a 3 out of 5 because it sits at $11.10. Nothing to write home. It's FIFA 07, but I didn't even know they'd done a Classics of this. So, and the next one here is actually quite funny because it's the Bureau. $5.54, 3 out of 5 on a dealer meter because it sits at $10.75, and I don't actually care about the game. Don't even want it. I replaced that. Actually, you can even see it's from I completely replaced the case. I just wanted that. Literally the slipcover, because my one didn't have it. So now I've got one that doesn't have the slipcover and one that does. I'll be selling off the non-slipcover version, keeping the slipcover in my collection, and that makes it complete. So that's how I roll. I basically complete things like that. And the next one here is actually a reason why I'm in front of the Sega area for the Sega wall, should I say, for this one, is because of the fact that I managed to get some Sega titles. Now, Red Dog, this one I got $55.38. It sits at a 2 out of 5, sadly, because it is only $47.56. But it's Sega Dreamcast, and I had not seen this one in New Zealand, haven't seen it come up on Trade Me, so I'm stoked to get this one off the list, done and done. That's another one for the Dreamcast there. And the last one here from Carrara Markets is Tee-Off, $22.15. That's a 2 out of 5 for that one because it sits at $19.22. This one actually comes with no manual, and I've already taken the game out because my one was not working, so I basically had an upgrade. And this would just basically be I'll just be sitting this in I won't sell it off. I might wait till one's really busted up or a cracked front, and I'll start replacing some things out. I might Frankenstein some cases together. The spindles still look good at the back and the front, so I could probably use those. There's quite a lot that I'm going to basically Frankenstein this case out, but other than that, I've got Tee-Off back in the collection. That gets put back onto my list, because once I find out that the games don't work, I take them off my list, and then I wait till I get them back, and then I put them on. So yeah, stoked with that. That's absolutely everything from my Australia pickups. That's everything. Absolutely done. It was an amazing trip. I got heaps of stuff. Yeah. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. You know what I mean? I'm really liking the fact that everyone's just liking my stuff, commenting. Comments if you need, comments on my games, comment what you like, everything about it. Don't forget to ring that bell for notifications, everything like that. Really loving the fact that we're just starting to see the channel start to progress. Really hoping it starts to kick off. I'm just doing, like I say, as a hobby and a bit of passion, and my editor's helping me out. So it's an amazing thing. And hopefully you guys can come along for the journey and hopefully rise up, get some more followers, get some more subscribers, and we can go from there. But until then, see you guys on Gamer School Weekly. And this is me for the last of the Australia pickups. So you won't be seeing any more Australia pickups from here on out. It will basically be back to just weekly pickups until I go away somewhere, or until the next retro market, which is in March, which is the Super Retro event. So that'll be quite fun. But until then, see you guys later. Have a good day.